On Saturday, we put out a video in regards to the whole H3 versus FNF stuff, right? We said, yo, honestly, this girl's story don't make no sense. And so, Fresh and Fit came out with their own little live stream and then posted a couple of, long-form conversations. And I thought it would be important to cover some of these receipts, see if what we said was correct. It was. I don't think I need to play this video.
Come on, dude.
It was.
We got back to the apartment and I left my wallet in, I guess it was a gift from God, but I left my wallet in Myron's car because he was the one driving. And Myron gets the wallet and Walter was like, oh, he wants your friend's number if he's going to bring back the wallet, meaning me.
I need your friend's number if I'm going to bring back the wallet?
Here we go. Okay. She asked me, what did he say?
So at no point in this does he say, I need my key, I need your number. He ends up going and giving her the keys. Okay? So that's the
bitch, you're a whole bum.
She made up the whole okay.
You're a whole
this whole quid pro quo.
You're a whole ass bum, my girl.
Hold up. And so this is the second part. This is the part that made me laugh. So remember, she's like, oh, I don't know how to get home, all this other stuff. Like, yeah, I feel stranded.
I'm going to show y'all how lazy and entitled these girls are and how close they actually were, where they could have went ahead and gotten it themselves. Bureau of Prisons down Miami. You guys want to see how fucking lazy these chicks are?
10 minutes.
1 mile.
If you don't get the fuck out of here.
1 mile.
My girl.
1 mile.
Whoa, wow.
1 mile.
Okay.
Everybody got data on their phone. You punch in the GPS, boom, you gone. I'm stranded. You getting up after these dudes to get your keys back. They're 1 mile away. Do you know how entitled and fucking lazy you have to be to forget some shit after you get a ride from somebody and to demand that they come deliver it to you? They're 1 mile away. But anyways, let's keep playing.
He's going to bring back the wallet, meaning me. So I was like, sure, like I need my wallet. Like I'm not going to text this guy anyways. He gets my number and then he tried to maintain a conversation with me like through text. And I was like not answering him because I had gotten my wallet back.
But wait, who initiates the fucking conversation?
Yo, don't say wallet now.
So she contacted me. So how would I demand to get her number if she was the one that contacted me first? But, right? So she's saying, oh, I didn't talk with him. I didn't text him back. Just go play it through real quick, Chris, and we're going to analyze parts of this conversation later on.
Shout out to Tim Pool, man.
Shout out to our guy, Tim Pool. But look, she's not texting me. Look at that. That looks like a fucking conversation to me.
Wow.
Okay? That looks like a conversation to me.
God damn, we guys writing SS?
Again, I don't like these two. I think, for all intents and purposes, Amru Fuddle is a loser. That's my personal opinion. It doesn't matter. It has no bearing on this at all. None whatsoever. And all these people are like, why would you defend these scum? I don't care if they're scum. I don't care if they're saints. Did they do what you claim? No? Then shut the fuck up. That's it. That's the end of the story. What am I looking at? She's out here claiming all like he's so desperate and creepy and all this stuff. You out here having full-on conversations and lengthy dude and then lying about it in the aftermath and you want to still be taken as credible. How many lies does somebody have to tell before you start to look at them and say, why should I believe anything you say? You've already tried to misrepresent things for your own personal gain. Why should I believe any part of this story? Oh, well, Abba, maybe she misremembered. Bruv, this is a conversation on text. You have records of this. You have time to go send screenshots to H3 to try to expose this dude, but you don't have any records of these conversations? Really? Get the fuck out of here.
Trip, and me and my friend were saying like, it would be fun to sit here and like make him look dumb. Like he sits here and he thinks that he can get all these women, but then a 19-year-old like doesn't rejects him.
We brushed over this lap.
This is a hit piece. And that's exactly what the fuck I told you. That there's girls that act exactly like that. I said that. That's what I meant. That age will go and do that for ego because they need to prove some fucking shit. That was 100% ego.
Right.
Just to prove something. Oh, you think you're good? You think you're good? Perfect. That's a hit piece. Now, this kind of behavior does not show whenever they say that, you know what, it's only 10% of claims that are false claim. This is a false claim, but it's not reported because Fresh or Fit are not going to report that shit. But things like that happen because they feel ashamed, because it's pride, because of whatever, whatnot, because they need to prove a point, because they dislike someone. Someone will do that. will do that just because I dislike to do so. I'm gonna go out of my way to lie, to create a whole story to do that, but it's not gonna be reported. Why? Because guys, shut the fuck up about that shit. So whenever you come and talk to me about false claims that are reported as only that, shut the fuck up about that shit because that shit is not real.
I just want to appreciate something. We glanced over this last time, but just think of how manipulative and how much of a fucking loser you have to be to despise someone, go out of your way to interact with this person so you can then afterwards reject them. So you want to lead somebody on, pretend you have interest, so you can be like, you fucking loser? You wanted me? Get out of here. I would never... How much of a loser you have to be to go out of your way to spend time with people you apparently dislike.
So basically he kept like texting me every day.
She goes, okay. If only we didn't have plans for the day, I can ask Isabella to text him too. Okay, don't sweat it. What time are you guys done with your day stuff? I'm thinking sometime around 7 to 8ish. Okay, and then I respond. Oh, she sends me that at 1:22 p.m. I don't send her anything. She sends me a message the next day, 2:52 a.m. You should add the Jeopardy song to the soundboard.
No, he's texting me so
I hate your show so bad, but here's a tip to make it better, because I hate it so bad. So it would be better if you. Who give my?
Bro, well, I don't even get mad about this though. I just think, what a loser.
Fucking loser.
Loser. And you know what it is?
Fucking loser.
You know what it is?
You're abominable.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys two things. One, there's people who take a tremendous amount of pride in rejecting people.
Absolutely.
Absolute dweebs. I remember one time I shot my shot with this girl in person. She said no. I said, cool, have a good day. Come to find out, she went to tell half the people in her community that she rejected. I was like, why would you tell people? I asked you on a date. You said no. Let's keep it pushing. Why would you go tell people that I was like some fucking? But some people are like that.
The number of time I've heard girls talk and be like, hollered at me the other day. Who? That guy. Creep. Yo, for real. And then they just love and boast about that shit. Girls do that.
But this girl did it even worse. She raised him up so she could try to shoot him down. And then brag about it. Fucking dweeb.
Low-key noble, right?
Yeah. So this is the part where she kind of claims like, yeah, Walter did this whole plan to separate the two. And he's like, nah, you come with me. She's going over there. This is what she claims. So let's see what they say.
So eventually, like we pull up in front of the podcast apartment, and Myron's coming out of the building, and I get out of the car, and Walter leaves with my friend and took her to like another club. So I'm with Myron by myself. So we get into his car, and he drives us to like this like.
See how she's trying to spin it as if she didn't know that was going to happen? Let's pull up the text message conversation.
Listen,
the club closed at 5 a.m., right? And she goes, are you down to get food in 20? Right? So she hits me up and says, Walt he's leaving in 20 with Izzy. Okay, cool. Is Walt going to bring you to Brickell and I can get you? And he goes, Walt said he'll bring me to Brickell.
boom.
Yeah, I'll bring her there. First off, let me ask something. If you are going somewhere with somebody, you don't say, yeah, I'll bring them there. You'll say, we're coming. Yeah, well, we're all coming.
Whoa.
Clearly, these are premeditated plans. But she's trying to make it sound like she got ambushed with a separation.
I was wearing a Fresh and Fit hoodie, and
the
The fact that me in that whole story, my 2 points was the hoodie and the Listerine.
Yeah, because she got there and she decided to get so comfortable, she changed out of her clothes and put on his clothes.
I hate that. I hate everything about you, but let me put something with your name on there. If you don't get the fuck out of here.
Oh, now
You're in danger.
You're in danger. Oh, you're putting on your potential attacker's hoodie.
Put on the ops hoodie.
Absolutely.
What?
What is going on here, bro?
So she was cold and she put on a hoodie to have more clothes on.
Oh, she actually changed clothes.
Oh, she did.
I think I gave her some shorts or some shit.
She said that herself. She said that after that, she went and changed back in her clothes. She did say that.
She changed. She even grabbed some of his shorts.
Bruv, she said it.
I'm trying to leave. Let me put on my PJs. I'm trying to leave. Where my blankie at? I'm trying to leave.
Get out. Get out.
And so I'm like, I have my hands like on him where it's like, I don't want him like laying on me like intimately. So I'm just holding my hands up and I'm like, no. I'm like, this was about like max a minute long. And I was wearing like this shirt, and it's like a very loose shirt, whatever. And he basically lifts up the shirt and made a comment. And then I was like, I'm done. I'm over this. Like, and
Wait,
I
he
said to
lifted
him,
up your shirt and kind of looked at underneath it and commented?
yeah, my chest, because I have piercings.
I'm sorry, you said what?
No, I said I have piercings, so he made a comment on it.
Oh, okay.
And it was very creepy. It was very weird.
I don't want to.
No, it was not creepy. She's mad because I basically made a joke about her titties being lopsided. Whatever. It is what it fucking is, man. All right? There you go. Ta-da! Okay?
Okay. So we got to just add on to some of the lies that she told and all the mischaracterizations. You know, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. Maybe I'm weird. I couldn't imagine looking at somebody's naked body and then just making a funny comment like that, knowing, one, how self-conscious women traditionally are, or how we all are. The same thing, like if a dude showed his dick for the first time, let's say you had a small dick, last thing you think a woman should be saying is like, damn, that penis is so small. How do you think she's gonna take that? Or he's gonna take that? Listen, women are super self-conscious about their titties. Okay? They don't like the way it sags, they don't like the way it's shaped, because the world keeps telling them stuff. And a loser like you gets in bed with a girl, okay, and then says that shit. That's a loser move. And you sitting here laughing and giggling about it, sure, you don't like her. But why would in the moment you just be like, damn, your titties are crooked? Who the fuck talks like that? Throughout this whole thing, I've said, the way that they're doing this narrative, even though she said, oh, I don't think he did a crime or whatever. Listen, the way you said this story, the way that you guys have framed it, the fact that Ethan keeps implying it, the fact that most of the people in the comments said that's what he did, we all understand what you're framing, okay? You can't say, I didn't say he did that crime, but you're like, oh, yeah. Well, you know, he did grab a knife and then put it inside me. Oh, so he stabbed you.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying he stabbed me. I'm just saying, like, you know, I was uncomfortable. What? Okay? We all understand the implication of what is being said. That doesn't mean that this dude's not a loser. Okay? That doesn't mean that this dude is not a goober, okay? Who doesn't know how to act with people. Who gets naked? See, man, your titties, who does that? Losers. That's what it comes down to. He had no interest of courting her, which, hey, all the power to you. You don't have to do that, okay? My point being is, like, we know these dudes are losers. That's okay. You're allowed to. That's legal. And you can feel any type of way that you want about that. But to come on and frame things with lies like that, if you'd have just come on and be like, man, this guy was a loser. He made a comment when I got naked. Everybody would have been cool with it. But you have to lie and do all this extra stuff, and I got to look at you crazy now.
It's gymnastics.
Bruh.
And that's the thing. You could have just said that. You could have just said that.
Who talks like that?
And even if he said that, he made a comment about your boobies. Was it worth all the lie? All of that? Now you just look stupid, Danielle.
Yeah.
I'm saying your name because motherfuckers have to know your name. The same way you try to frame a motherfucker like that, people need to know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Just so they know that you're a piece of shit. You want to frame them as a piece of shit, but the biggest piece of shit in this story is you.
Yep.
It's you.
Yep.
It's you, my girl.
You and Ethan Klein, who didn't even say anything to the story and kept these like, what?
You a big ass loser. That's you. You want to frame us as a big loser? It's all you. All you.
Yep. I don't know. The whole story could have been easily avoided by both parties. It's like, guys, it doesn't cost you anything to be half decent to the people you're gonna fuck. Costs you nothing.
Why would they? They don't respect these people.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, who talks like that to human beings?
Doesn't give a fuck. Come on now.
And I say this because I know every dude would get so upset if a woman saw a nigga's dick for the first time and said some shit like that. But you guys gonna say like that about the women's private parts? What's wrong with you guys?
Listen, he talks like that to his co-host.
Right. But you wonder why so many of these ladies go out and get these titty jobs and do all this other stuff. It's because y'all be out here mocking the way that they look physically in terms of like their naked body. You got women doing labiaplasties and shaving off all parts because like, oh my God, there's too much. Who cares? You want them to lose their sensitivity? It's like, it's so stupid. I don't know. It costs you nothing to just be a tad bit considerate. I'm not asking you to simp or to white knight, but don't look at somebody's naked body and then say some crazy stuff. That's wild to me, bro. Why aren't you trying to contribute to like people's bad self-esteem by saying some shit like that? You know what I mean? Yeah. The things they can't even. Bro, I don't know. To me, that's the part where he's a complete loser in that regards.
But you knew that already.
But we knew that.
You knew that already. Yeah. You went there to frame here because you thought he was a loser. Now you're just astonished when he's a loser. Come on now, B.
Bro.
You're.
Let me raise something to you. People said, well, she's 19. And you know what I find not so fascinating about people who say that shit? It's like they always pick and choose when people are adults or not.
Yep.
Oh
Don't-
yeah.
don't pick
If
and
a
choose.
19-year-old gets an OnlyFans,
Yeah.
go ham.
Empowerment.
You are mature enough
Yeah.
to post yourself naked all over the way. Yes, girl.
Yeah. You could go to the military.
But you don't know better when it comes to fucking people.
Yeah. Yeah, you could go to the military.
You could take
kill
100K in
motherfuckers.
student loans. Don't matter.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh yeah, you could take students long.
And that's how you
you're
know.
younger than that.
And
but
that's how you know the whole age thing is just a front
Yeah.
to be able to control this situation. Because even if they were the same age, guess what? A man, you're still more liable. Why? Because you're bigger, you're stronger.
That's
and
it.
so therefore, they think you go. It's always the man's responsibility to be a fucking mind reader, to assume the girl's mental well-being, to do all this other stuff. People are saying crazy stuff. Like, he gave her alcohol. He did not give her alcohol at any point. She went to the club, decided to have some drinks on her own, okay? Then she gets to his apartment. All right, apparently he's lucid enough to remember this whole fucking story. Opens his fridge, says, yo, you got White Claw? He's like, yeah. He's like, can I have some? He's like, if you want, but don't tell anybody. How is that him offering? You went through his stuff to ask if you could have some. I don't know. It's just, at every turn when he comes to these stories, everybody who defends the woman literally gives her zero accountability throughout the whole thing and expects a man to have 150% agency. He has all the power. He has all the ability. It's like, are women these helpless creatures who are fucking useless until they're 25? Is that what we're trying to say here? Mm-hmm. Then how was she able to call the Uber at the end of the night when the guy said, okay, you can leave?
she could have done that any time of the night. But whatever.
No, but it's really important, this whole thing, because people keep mentioning the age. Listen, I think young women are annoying as fuck. I never want to be around them. If they come around me, I'm always disgusted. I don't like being around them, okay? There's nothing appealing. But I also accept that they're adults. They may not be the most mature adults, but they are adults. And if they want to go and fuck whoever they want, that's it. And if you got a problem with that, that's cool. You can say they're not mature enough. Their prefrontal cortex doesn't develop till they're 25. Fine. But then change, and you have to keep the same energy for changing the age of consent to 25 in all categories. They can't vote till they're 25. They can't do OnlyFans until they're 25. They can't take student loans till 25. They're really not an adult, and they can't do anything with their parents without their parents' consent until they're 25. That's the standard we have to set. If you want to say they're too fucking baby to choose who they want to fuck, then you have to keep it consistent across the board. Until you do that, I don't want to hear nothing about that. That's my thing. Go ahead.
No, we're good.
All right, let us know.